Alright, hello. We've got a Michaels haul with a teeny tiny Dollar Tree haul at the end. It was really good when I last went to Dollar Tree. I only got like a few items. This was after going to Michaels. And I was just trying to be, I was just trying to be good, and I feel like I was. I have this up right now just so hopefully the thumbnail can be a little bit better. The last few I haven't been happy with the automatic ones they've chosen. You can see my head shadow there. So hopefully it'll choose something like this. So let's go ahead and go in with the haul here. So I got this stuff roughly the second weekend of November, I think. So hopefully the Christmas stuff should still be available. I have a couple of clearance Halloween items to show. I don't know if that stuff will still be available, but I'll go ahead and show that after the Christmas stuff. So first up is these cute star felt stickers. This stuff was, shoot, I didn't pay full price. Was it half? Man, I can't believe I already have forgotten. I think it was half off. So, and I already, actually, all of this stuff is opened. I had a Christmas market over the weekend, so I made some ornaments and used some of this stuff. I did open this bag, but so the price is not on the top anymore. It is resealable, which is nice, but I didn't end up using any of the stickers. Oh, here we go. I was like, I want to show them, but it has two different sizes. Yeah, you can see this one's a little smaller than this one. I'm sorry about my nails. I need to be better about painting them before I film. But you get gold glitter, you get this yellow, and then you get white, and then in two different sizes. So you get 120 pieces. I think this was $2.50. I think it's normally $5. So there's that. And then I thought these were really pretty. I'm not sure why they had to put this on here. Maybe they didn't. It's not printed on the. Oh, I know it's all weird. Excuse me. They manually put this on. So this was $3.99, but they had the Christmas stuff 40% off. So you get 40 stickers, and hopefully that's showing up okay. They're kind of a metallic, so you get red, you get green, you get gold. There's a gold one missing that I used on a Christmas ornament, and then silver. So sorry about the glare. I'm hoping that it's showing up okay. These are really pretty, and what I did is I took it and I cut it in half. So I put the Mary and I put the Christmas underneath it. I don't have my ornaments near me to show them, but I might do that in a Project Share video just to show example, of how I use this. So there's those. And this was something new that I hadn't seen before. I do miss the card kits they had about, was that 22 or 23 they had them, but I didn't see any. The Michaels I went to didn't have a lot in stock, actually. I was actually quite bummed. I really wanted some new Christmas paper pads, and they had only 2 in stock out of, I think, like 8 new ones or so, like 6 to 8 new ones. They had the 12 by 12, but they only had 2 different, 1 or 2 different designs, 2 different ones. And they had the 6 by 6. They're pretty stocked on the 6 by 6, but yeah, I don't know if people just came in and got the stuff early or what, but anyway, but I thought these were really neat. I'm gonna go ahead and take, oh no, it's in pieces, but this is, let me be all noisy here. These are shaker ornaments, so it makes 4, and this was $7, I think, normally, so I paid like, was it 4 something? I'm sorry, I do not remember, and I'm not good at math. So, but they had a snowman, and then these presents, and I like the presents better. Sorry about the wrinkling, because I mean this is covering it up, but on either side it's very open, so you can see all the fun shaker bits and stuff much more. The bow is open too, so I did make one of these. I'll try to remember to film and put the ornament Project Share video up soon, so that I can show what one of these completed looks like. But it was fun, it was easy, I really liked it. I'm going to see if I can possibly get more, or maybe wait till clearance, and maybe they'll be there. I can get them cheaper. So that's that. And then speaking of shaker bits, I went ahead and picked this up. Michaels actually had a nice selection of the Christmas one they had. Oh, I remember, over in the Christmas area. This was in a different area, but in the Christmas paper pad area and with the ornaments and the die cuts and stuff, they only had, at least my Michaels, had 2 different shaker bits. They had candy canes, which were really cute, and I did have those in my basket. And what were the other ones? Dang, you know, of course I don't remember the ones that I was about to get. But I'm trying to be conscious and have my money, you know, stretch as much as possible with how expensive things are. And ounce-wise, this is 1.73, and the candy canes were only, I think, an ounce. And I could use, this was not on sale. My cat, no, I thought my cat was trying to come in. This was not included in the 40% off, but they had a 40% off coupon going at the time, which, man, I miss when they used to do that like all the time. I think it was every week. I feel like they used to have it, but this is probably time of year they may be doing coupons more. So I did get this 40% off of $5. So I feel like this ended up being a better deal. You got a nice selection here. So if the camera wants to behave, oop, there we go. But you can see the fun. This is almost like tubes. It's kind of, I don't know, slash like sprinkles. This is just a kind of classic red glitter. These are plastic, almost like rhinestones. I think these are pretty neat. And then you have your red and green and white, along with teeny tiny ones. Hexagon, right? I think glitter. And then a green and white. So I did use most of these in that ornament that I will show in a different video. So that's the Christmas stuff that I got. And then the only Halloween items I did are a few others, but I was just being, again, I was trying to be more intentional when I'm buying and think about what I have at home, and not just because it's cheap, because this stuff was 70% off and I love a good clearance. These I'm pretty excited about. I didn't end up using them. I thought I would maybe use the silver on maybe on a card or something, but I didn't. But yeah, this is adhesive foam tiles. You get 1,183 pieces. So originally 5, and then 70% off. It was like $1.80, I think. So you get orange, you get black, you get silver, and there we go, and purple. Lime green, or I think it's like a lime green, a pinky purpley color, which I think will be good for Valentine's Day, and same for this shade of pink. So I'm hoping to do something fun with these, like a little like mosaic like picture or something. I don't know, but I thought those were really fun, something different that I didn't have. And I couldn't resist picking up these. I don't actually use rhinestones a lot, so here I'm saying, well, I'm trying to, you know, be intentional, but I was just trying to think like if I could use, again, at the time it was before my market, and I was thinking maybe I could use a couple of these silver ones on my ornaments. I didn't, but again, this is 1.9 ounces, so just shy of 2 ounces, and 70% off of $5. So same, right? Yeah, so it's like $1.80 or something. I do have Valentine color ones too, so if I remember, I'd like to incorporate these maybe a little bit more into my projects. But, oh, I'm sorry, I don't even think I said what these were, even though you could probably tell, but these are flat back rhinestones. They're not adhesive or anything, but yeah. So that's that. And the final Halloween item, I can't resist any cat items. I feel like I don't find cat items nearly as often as I do dog, or yeah, like when if it's cat and dogs, there's usually more cat than dogs, but then like bears, and I don't know, I just don't feel like I see them too often, so I couldn't resist. I got this for the cat, but I love the pumpkin too, and the witch design hat. That witch hat is cute. So this is a foam stamp kit, again $5 and 70% off. You also get the ink, although I have no idea how good this ink is, if it's even still, I don't know, wet, like I don't even, yeah, I have no idea, but I don't know. I know they're cheap, but I think they're pretty cute. I'm hoping they stamp decently, but yeah, 70% off. So if there's anything left, I highly recommend going. You know, there'll probably be a lot of the gems left, you know, smaller items. But they also had t-shirts this year, which I was very tempted because they had 2 with cats on them, but I was good. I was like, no, I don't need them. So for a little bonus at the end here, we've got 3 Dollar Tree items. The rest of the stuff I got was just the double-sided tape, which I always pick up when I go, and some mailing stuff. yeah, what else did I get? Like a couple other items. They're not like really, craft related, so I only pulled these 3 items. So I'm not really huge into bows. I'm just not a big bow person. I don't hate them, but just it's not particularly my style. Excuse me. But I was watching Happy Bird's Glitter Nest, and she makes a lot of ornaments at Christmas time and has like a focal point at the top. And I was like, okay, I feel like that's what mine need. So you can see I used a few already here. I just used Fabri-Tac. What I did is I took, they normally they have this pretty decently long tie here. So I cut most of that off, and then just that way the little pearl piece, sort of a pearl, I don't know, stayed on there, and then I just glued this to the top with Fabri-Tac. But I thought these were actually quite pretty, and I think they looked good on the ornaments. So I got that, mini bows, $1.25. And then I ended up picking these up. Probably a little hard to show because they're so long. These are meant to be window decorations, but they're just stickers. They're big puffy stickers. So I'm like, I personally would not put them on glass. I don't know how easily they would be taken off, but I'll show these designs here. That really the holographic one. Let's see how well I can show these off. I just thought these are really cute. I couldn't resist getting both. These woodland animals are really cute. Sorry for the weird angles, the way I have my desk set up here, these being so long. So there's those, $1.25, and then I couldn't resist and got this other set too. Special delivery from the North Pole, very cute, like the polar bear. These are a little bit different style, but I still really like them. Love the classic tree, Santa, and then Christmas deliveries. But yeah, that's it. That's it for my crafting at Dollar Tree, and that's it for the haul. So smidge longer than I wanted, but not too bad. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, I should be back with my project share hopefully soon, and I'm going to be working on my artisan journal, catching up. I've got last week and this week's to do, so hopefully I can post that this week. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it, and have a great day. Bye.